And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to a new video, and today I am in a different location. I am right by my house. Without saying too much, I'm right like 10 doors down from my house at the local golf course. This is a little insight to how I do my videos. I shoot them at the house. Sometimes I edit there. Sometimes I have this overwhelming urge to go have a martini and overlook the beautiful view of this golf course. And this is my little semi-private office where I've got my table and I sit in the same place every time, and I've got the people here that are amazing and kind and phenomenal at everything they do, and I'm able to come up here and edit the videos because what they have at this golf course is the fastest Wi-Fi. Like, my Wi-Fi is great, but short of going to commercial Wi-Fi, it might take me 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes to upload a 15-20 minute video. Here it's a minute. It's incredible. Not that I care, because I'm going to sit up here anyways for a while, but it's nice to be able to come relax a little bit, shoot a video. Edit a video. Today I edited a video, just got it up. Go check it out. I went to the Ford dealership, looked at Mustangs, and I'm telling you, it's hard to turn down. I think still at $73,000 for a dark horse. My gut tells me it needs to be in the mid-60s for it to make more sense to me, but it's still a pretty awesome car. My wife is hell-bent on me getting a BMW competition M4 or M3, which would just be great for the family, but not that great for me. Thank you so much. Look at that martini. Oh, that's perfect. Thanks. Why did I say not good for me? It would be amazing for me. But the reason I said that is it just comes flying out of my mouth because I love the muscle cars. I love the big V8s. And this would be going to a twin-turbo 6-cylinder that is close to over 500 horsepower with tons of amazing technology. But they're nudging me hard to go that direction because they've heard how frustrated I have been with Dodge. But I do have kind of the blessing, honey, if you're watching this, I'm stretching it a little bit, to get the extra car with 4 doors without the 6-speed manual, which they don't like to drive when they have to drive my car because I'm out of town and their car's in the shop or something like that. So they would love me to get something that they can just jump in and go. Well, my daughter, who her last year with us before she goes to college, would love that too, to get a awesome M3 or M4 competition and just, race the thing out, make it amazing. It would be a blast. It'd be something her and I could share because she's really into the BMWs. And when I say she's been into JDM, she drives a Supra, which is a BMW. So she's very much into BMWs and JDM, which is kind of an interesting mixture, but it's happened when Supra did the collaboration with BMW. So I'm looking at those. So just thought I'd update the beginning of this video, kind of what's going on with the whole car thing. I buy a car every single year, and this year I don't, I did buy the Lamborghini this year, so that counts. But I haven't replaced or done anything with the Dodge, which is now going on a year and a half, and I just love that car. So there's a good chance that, I have awesome financial events that take place at the end of the year, that I pay off that Dodge and I get something else that's great for the whole family and just keep it. But the challenge is parking. So this new place we went to, it's awesome, it's huge, it's beautiful, but kind of compromised on parking. So a lot of things I got to work through, but just thought I would mention that before I jump into the content of this video, which is an email that I got from a subscriber that works in the universe of Stellantis. And I thought I have to share this with you because the recent article that came out from Car Scoops and frankly Reuters and everywhere saying from Stellantis saying that they're going to put a delay, and they made it sound like a couple weeks, but we know it's more than that, on all their EVs. And we know they're talking about the EV chargers for sure, because those things are absolutely not getting delivered to the dealerships. But Brad, are they built yet? Have they even started manufacturing them yet? Yes, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. There are, I don't know, I'm going to say hundreds, if not thousands of them, all parked up in a storage lot that I'll put on the screen. Another picture that a subscriber sent me that will show you these things are completely built. They're sitting in lots. But the word that we're hearing, and go check out TK's channel, is that these things are having serious problems. And according to this subscriber, that's really close to what's happening internally. These things are not prepared to be delivered yet without having massive backlash from the customers. So let me read this email, and normally I'd put it up on the screen, so maybe I'll just put these pictures that he's referencing up on the screen. I did get permission to do that, but he wants to be anonymous because he doesn't want to lose his job, obviously, for good reasons. By the way, did you hear Stellantis laid off more people? Josh Laurent, I don't know if you remember him, but go check out his channel. He's been staying at my house the last few weeks and came downstairs this morning and said, hey, my friend from Detroit just called me up, said Stellantis just laid him off. Well, that sucks. And then I saw TK's video saying they're laying people off right before Christmas. What a wonderful, sweet company that is. I mean, anytime I've ever had to do any layoffs, I am adamant that I just I can't get my head around ever doing it right around the holidays. I happen to love the holidays, so I don't want to torture people by doing something like that. I'd like to strategically make it to where they can have the best chance of finding another job, which is the reason why I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it because I don't like to put a damper on their holidays, but when it has to get done, and I've had to do it in the last 20 years, I want to do it when other companies potentially are hiring, so they have a good chance of getting another job. I also like to put a lot of energy in to helping people who we've had to do that with find other jobs. So to see Stellantis doing this means there is no thoughtfulness, no heart whatsoever being considered. They're just blowing people out. So let me read this email. Forgive me with my readers because, yes, I'm getting old. Bear with me. So he writes, I would prefer to remain confidential if possible. His name in the email is not his real name, and I don't blame him. I'm going to leave this part out. It's more about why he knows this stuff, but I'll tell you he knows this stuff based on what he just said in this sentence. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Dirty Grey Goose. Whew. So I'll leave that out. But he then goes on to, after he qualifies himself to be sharing this stuff with me, I become increasingly frustrated with Stellantis due to its lack of competence and leadership. Recently came across your YouTube channel, and many of the topics and points you bring up resonate with me. I grew up as a Dodge Jeep fan. In fact, those are the only vehicles I've ever owned. Even before working with Chrysler, FCA, Stellantis, etc. However, I can no longer support what Carlos Tavares and his team have done to the company. As you know, the LB car, Charger Daytona, has been a complete nightmare. There are significant build quality issues. The interior is a mess. Take a look at this picture of the mismatched dash. The body is misaligned and the door panels don't line up properly with the instrument panel. You can easily observe this in the some Google images of the car. And I'm sure it will become even more obvious once the vehicle hits the lots. Even more concerning is the main bolster that houses the passenger airbag system. Many of the instrument panels are showing airbag read-through, which indicates a weakening of the part to allowing the airbag to deploy correctly. That's all I need to know not to buy it. I mean, forget about the whole EV thing. If you're going to put me or my family or people in my car in jeopardy, I'm going to pass. What do y'all think about that? So why am I sharing this with you? I believe there may be some shady practices happening and I'm going to leave out where, but it's a division, has already lost millions, tens of millions of dollars per date, and yet it continues to spend money recklessly. We're essentially propping up Stellantis' financials as we sell them components at a loss to make them appear more favorable to shareholders. Something needs to change before the whole thing blows up. Then he asked me, what does OC Motivator mean? I've only been watching for about 2 months. Real quick, back in when YouTube started, I don't know, 2004 or 5, whatever the hell it was, I did a speech in front of 80 people, and it was amazing. I will admit it. And it was very inspiring and motivating, and lots of crazy stuff was happening in the economy at the time, and and I got up and I did a huge speech. I mean, I had a few people take their own life through some of the recession stuff shortly thereafter. So I started to talk, let's say more like maybe 05, 06, when things got really ugly. And a lady came up to me that worked with me and said, that was extremely motivating, like life-changing motivating, and you should call yourself OC Motivator because you live in Orange County and you're very motivating. And I was like, well, thank you. So I started a YouTube channel, or I changed my YouTube channel to OC Motivator, and I thought I'm going to do motivational stuff online and do speeches like that. The problem is I did, and the videos went nowhere, and the whole world's doing motivational stuff. So the channel just lingered, and then one day I bought a Dodge, and the channel went crazy, and here I am to this day, and it's still called OC Motivator. And I try to, fit in motivational stuff. So any chance I get. So sorry for the digression here, but nonetheless, let's get back to these pictures, and I'll put them up on the screen, and you can see some flaws in the leather and mismatching of the dash, which is just shocking considering, but it's not shocking. It's actually pretty expected considering all the layoffs of all the good people that they've done, that they don't have the people to deliver the quality that maybe they should have been able to deliver or delivered in the past. So some would argue that they never had great quality, but could you imagine if that was the case and then now it's even worse? Well, I've never had issues in the past, but now with these new things that are going to be priced to the moon are already having issues. So we exchange emails, and he continues to write, thanks for sharing what OC Motivator means. The build issues are quite common and internally known by everyone that has seen these vehicles. Stellantis employees, execs, etc., the vendors, so no issues with sharing this information. I would just prefer that it didn't come from an insider, if you know what I mean. And he left something out there. If you were to share, I'll leave that out too. Just know it looks really reliable information here. Bottom line is that he writes, just watch your video and my recent video about the delays and the quality, where I went through the entire timeline breakdown. He writes, Stellantis NA purchasing strategy straight from Greg Holm. Oh, thank you very much. That's awesome. You know what? I think...
Your napkin?
Oh, I'm good. Did I eat my napkin?
Right here.
Is it on my face? It's on my head? Okay, thanks. You're the best, thanks. All right, take it. All right, got my napkin. Look at this. And beautiful sliders. I will not eat the bread. I might eat one, and then the bread is going to go to the ducks. So, all right. So he writes, Stellantis NA purchasing strategy straight from VP Greg Holm. One, this is what they're saying inside. One, source everything to low-cost countries. Two, in-source production to CPK Canada or other subsidiaries to avoid UAW. Three, in-source production to Stellantis, meaning Stellantis build whatever the parts are, the products are, so they don't have to outsource. The supplier that sued was Yangwang. The Pacifica program is getting pulled from, or Yangfang, in late 2024, early 2025. Production is moving from Frenchtown to CPK in Windsor, Ontario. And they'll produce these components at a loss to Stellantis. A lot of vehicles are in storage, which I'll put the picture up on the screen again, because of quality issues, body issues, electronic issues. The four-door program is incurring many delays as well. So that's the story, folks. And I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is one hell of a saga, and I thought it was worthwhile to share with you all what's really going on, because Lord knows they'll never tell you the truth. They'll never actually publish the true story. And between TK, Bud of the Insider, and myself, we're going to bring it to you as we get this stuff. And this is internal. And I've got other employees internally that have reached out to me, current and past, that have shared stuff that more and more videos to come. Just stay tuned. This is insane what's taking place. But it sounds like Tavares and the leadership at that company are just completely oblivious. They have no clue, and they just keep laying off more people, cutting more jobs, sending more jobs overseas, outsourcing more of their production of parts, etc., and reducing the quality, and then sit there and complain that they've got parking lot full of these things. Not to mention the other EV models that are supposed to come out that are delayed that have issues. And they're probably blaming something other than themselves, which is stupid. So with that, everybody, hope you enjoyed today's video. Just more information thought I'd share. I'm gonna dig into these sliders and this martini, and I appreciate you all following. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, so I ate one of the buns. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. It's so good. Have a good one, everybody.